Today, we are diving into one of the biggest economic shifts of our lifetime, the move to a green economy. And look, this isn't just about the environment. This is about where the jobs, the innovation, and the real growth of the 21st century are going to come from. So let's explore what that future actually looks like.
So let me ask you this. As old industries change and evolve, where is this massive wave of new jobs going to come from? It's a huge question. And the answer, well, the sheer scale of it might just surprise you.
And there it is, 24 million. That's the number of new jobs the International Labor Organization estimates the green economy could create globally by 2030 alone. This isn't some tiny niche market. This is a full-blown economic revolution happening right now.
Okay, so what do we really mean when we say green economy? It's a term that gets thrown around a lot, but believe me, it is so much more than just putting your recycling bin out on the curb. We're talking about a complete redesign of our entire economic blueprint. The UN Environment Program actually has a fantastic definition for this, and what I love is that it has three key parts. It's about improving our well-being, making sure there's social fairness, and doing all of that while drastically cutting environmental risks. It's really a triple win scenario. And you can really break it down into these four foundational pillars. First up, decarbonization. That's the huge shift to renewables. Then resource efficiency, being smarter about doing more with less. Critically, social justice, making sure this transition benefits everybody, not just a select few. And finally, protecting the very ecosystems our health and economy rely on. Every single one is absolutely essential.
Okay, so that's the big picture. But let's get to the main event, right? Where are those 24 million jobs actually going to be? Let's break down the key areas that are absolutely booming.
This right here is the new frontier of employment. Of course, you see the big ones like solar and wind, but it goes so much deeper. We're talking about electrifying transport, which is totally changing how we get around. Sustainable agriculture is changing how we eat. And environmental tech is using AI and data to solve some of our biggest challenges. And honestly, this is just scratching the surface. Now, just to give you an idea of the scale here, let's zoom in on just one of these sectors, buildings. They account for nearly 40% of global emissions. I mean, that's a staggering number. But that's not just a problem to solve, it's a massive, massive opportunity for jobs in efficient construction, smart tech, and brand new materials.
So, how does this all actually work? What's the engine driving this new way of thinking about growth? Well, it requires us to completely flip the script on how we create and use, well, pretty much everything.
This slide just nails the difference. For centuries, we've lived in a linear world. We take resources, we make something, and then we just throw it away. The new model is the circular economy, where we design waste out of the system from the very beginning. Think of a smartphone that's designed to be easily repaired and upgraded, with its components ready to be recycled into new devices when it's done.
And if you think this is just some nice feel-good idea, just look at the numbers. We're talking about unlocking $4.5 trillion in economic value by 2030. This isn't about sacrifice, it's about creating immense prosperity. And it's from that new value that those millions of future-proof jobs are going to come.
Okay, but a shift this huge, this complex, it doesn't just happen on its own. It needs innovators, disruptors, and builders. So who's actually on the front lines making this happen?
Now, while big companies are definitely pivoting, it's often the startups that are the real engine of innovation here. They're the agile, bold ones, the ones building the truly disruptive technologies that are going to power this new economy.
And this innovation is just exploding everywhere. You've got startups creating systems that literally turn our garbage into energy, developing sustainable materials for the clothes we wear, creating incredible new plant-based foods, designing carbon capture tech, even building entirely new green financial and logistics systems. This is where the real creativity is unfolding.
So the vision is clear. The momentum is building. But what does the path ahead actually look like? Now, it's not all smooth sailing, but the opportunities for those who are ready to jump in are just enormous.
We have to be realistic, right? There are hurdles. We need to make sure there's enough investment. Policies can't be all over the place. And this is a big one, we need to bridge the green skills gap. We've got to make sure our workforce has the right skills to make this whole transition a success.
The good news is, we are not starting from scratch here. Governments all over the world are really starting to step up. They're accelerating this with major policies like carbon pricing and tax incentives to pour fuel on the fire and, crucially, to invest in education and workforce training.
So, what does this all mean for you? Well, if you're thinking about your future, your career, these are the kinds of skills that are going to be in crazy high demand.
using data to make smarter environmental choices, designing products where waste isn't even part of the equation, and building the next generation of sustainable businesses. These careers won't just be in demand, they will be the ones that actively shape the world we live in.
Ultimately, this isn't just something that's happening to us. The green economy is a blueprint that's being actively built, right now, by millions of people. You could say it's the biggest project of our generation. So the only question left is, what role will you play in building it?